All right, to spare you from this 20 minutes of bouncing around and try not to make you sick, so I apologize for this video. I know it's difficult to show a run by yourself, so feel free not to watch this one, to be honest with you. Just kind of listen to the audio. But without further ado, today we're just going to go on a 20-minute jog run. I do prefer to have a little bit higher speed on this one, not necessarily like a crazy interval mile pace or anything like that, but more than a walk, right? And the reason for that is, if you think about it, every time that you lift your leg up towards your chest, you are contracting your hip flexor and your lower abs. And then there's also a slight rotation of your core. So you're contracting that entire range of motion through the core, lifting up that leg and then rotating into it to maintain balance as you constantly step. So think about every single time you take a step, your abs are under tension, and the more intensity or speed that you do it with, the more that you're going to get that contraction, especially under a fast twitch portion, right? So two ways you can think about a muscle getting stronger. One, think about adding weight and you move it, right? Heavier weight you move, the more contractile force that the muscle tissue goes under. Another way is to move the same weight faster. So if you think about keeping up with the run, the faster you can pick your legs up and put them down, the faster that you can move. A world-class sprinter named John Drummond used to say that sprinters are literally only that fast. As fast as you can pick your feet up and put them down on the ground, because you're not gaining any speed or distance down the track when you're airborne, right? Everybody moves at the same speed when you're falling, 9.8 meters per second squared. That is the acceleration or the pull of gravity. It doesn't matter who you are or what being or even what object that you are. You're going to move the same speed as that. Now, friction surface area is aside, but just to think about it that way. So 20-minute run today, trying to get a lot of time and tension under the abs, running through, getting a lot of reps as we have been working on. The other day we worked on that long EMOM after the heavy abs from the day before, going through that. So now this is much more unilateral and dynamic movement. So feet aren't attached together. You're not balancing on the ground for your low back or your glutes or whatever it might be. So this is what we're working for today, is that running more dynamic portion, so getting more of that contractile force in that core and those abs. So 20-minute run today. Ideally, I'd love to see you doing this outside and not on a treadmill, because treadmills reduce the impact on your lower legs. Now, understandably, if you have foot, ankle, or lower leg issues, you don't want to get shin splints from it, fine, do the treadmill. But here's why you want to do it on the ground. That force of your leg hitting the ground is a shock that goes up your body, and it's a balance, right? So wherever your foot kind of hits, you're going to get more of that shock, more of that coordination and that balance coming through the legs, going all the way down from the ground, and that force. On a treadmill, because they have the springs and the belt built in, it reduces that impact. Therefore, you're under less tension in your abs. So that's why, if you think about when you run outside, you actually run a little bit faster than you would on a treadmill because of that bounce effect. But a treadmill is also designed to help kind of propel you forward. That's just the way that the belts are built, and they're a much even, constant pace. When you make your body truly run on its own power, like you do here, you will definitely feel much more of that pressure, or much more of being, basically, it's a less efficient movement, but your body is going to work harder. We want that. That burns calories. That tightens up the glutes, the core, the lower back, everything that's involved with the abs. Think about that. That is what we want. That is the goal of this program. So go on a run today. Challenge yourself. Work your way through. At this point, I'll leave you guys to it. I will see you next time for tomorrow.
Day 6, completed.